When thinking about starting an online business, there are so many different businesses that you can start online, from e-commerce to services. There's really no limit to the options that you have. Now, done right, an online business can be very profitable with only a few hours of weekly hands-on work. My business, my very first business, was an e-commerce business. However, we manufactured our products that we were selling, and so that made this an extremely labor intensive business. The holy grail of an online business is the ability to leverage your time. You might hear it called evergreen content or evergreen business. Either way, it is the idea that you create something once and you're able to sell it over and over again. Now, the mythology here is that if you're going to start an online business, that you put something out on the web and you walk away and it churns money. The truth is, it's a little more complicated than that. When you're thinking about starting a business, you need to think about content creation, which is a constant part of your business. You also need to think about becoming innovative and creative, and you have to think of new products to put out there on a regular basis. But as you are building your business, and if you do it right, you're creating content every day along the way, and that becomes your evergreen content. So if you were to create a course on how to do something or a webinar, that can become evergreen content because you create it once. If you create the content properly, where it does not have references to dates and times or things that are common now that won't be 5 years from now, the content will be relevant over and over again. There are some exceptions to that. If you're teaching people how to, say, do advertising on Facebook or some other platform, the algorithms change and their systems change. So that is something that you're having to do a churn on a regular basis. The other part about an online business, especially if you go into what I'm in, is a membership business, and that is that you are constantly having to make sure that your content is fresh and active so that you can keep people involved and interested in continuing to pay that fee. And you also want to invite new people into the fold because there is some churn, as we call it, with membership. And so there's some work to be done. But if you do this right and you set up your business correctly, no matter what it is you do, especially if it's an online business, over time, you can end up spending 5 to 10 hours a week on your business, and then that frees you up to do other things. I know people that are making tens of thousands of dollars a month, and they're only working 10, 20 hours a week. And so that is a possibility. It just depends on how you set it up. So my thought to you is figure out what type of business you want to do, what kind of business you want to start, and think of that niche business. If you need some help with that, I do have a training program on how to start a business, and it takes you from the idea phase all the way to launch. You can find that on my website at Maximum Change. But I think that really the best place to start is to think of an idea that you have some authority and knowledge in, and become, or maybe you need to become really good at it, and you figured out a system. And then what you do is you create a program on how to help other people do that as well. Okay, that is just a little microcosm into the ideas of starting an online business. I hope that was helpful to you. I'd love to hear from you. Like and follow. See you soon.